magnet school. Paul knows how to bring together the values of different cultures and different ways of being and speak to people, and just he's the person up front. And you know, on top of that, he lives across the street from us, and they have a 3-generation household, and we have a 3-generation household. And so not just on the professional level, but on the personal level, I really admire, I think I consider him to be a model, and I admire him, and I've gone to him about things of like, Paul, you know, how do I, looking at this, and so it's someone definitely that I'm proud to bring to the stage. Introducing Paul.
After that introduction, I feel like I should be running for the Board of Ed. So usually when one is asked to come up and say a few words about someone who's a candidate, they would speak about their accomplishments and their involvements in the committees, etc. I'm not going to do that. I've known Mirna for about 7 years or 8 years now, and I'll talk about 2 very keen attributes, or 2 ways that I think she's a phenomenal person. One is as a family person, and Board of Ed, you have to be about families. And she has an amazing family. They're like our extended family. And when I look at how she and Jesse have raised her 2 kids, I think, all right, so those are attributes or values that they hold dear to them that they will share, or certainly Mirna will share when she's continuing her work on the board. These 2 little friends they're passionate, they're humorous, they're mischievous, they're funny, and they've raised them to be independent kids. And that came to fruition today. I was out with them. They were celebrating our grandson Dean's birthday at Fields of Fire. If you've ever been there, it's a pretty, if you want to challenge yourself, go to Fields of Fire. It's a ropes course and zip lines, and we went together, but very quickly, some of us, not including me, went to much more challenging. There were 10 of us in a group, and the one person who was able to attack all and be successful in all of the different levels was Miss Olive. She attacked the black horse.
Oh, yeah.
And not to diminish Mateo's involvement, he was on the yellow course, and then he decided he didn't want any adults with him. He said, I'm doing this one on my own, and sure enough, he did. So that's one part of the Mirna that I know and love dearly in terms of who she is as a person, because with all of the other involvements, committees, attributes, if you don't have that heart of who you are, and you can see that in Mirna every day, then you know you've got the right person. The second part of involvement is when we moved here, I was the director of Regional Multicultural Magnet School. Wonderful place to be, a wonderful experience, and well described by Mirna in terms of being a place where kids are first, and it's all about who we are in our hearts. If you've ever been involved in that school, you would, I think, have that experience. And so I met her, I think, 2 years after I started. I was there for 7 years and then retired a couple of years ago. And I've done lots of work since then. I never really retired. I'm now working with student teachers at UConn Every Point. And I'm going to be the interim principal of Friendship School next half of the year because the principal is going on maternity leave. So, but anyway, so as a principal, there are different kinds of parents that you have the pleasure or less than pleasure to interact with in your role or in your position. And there's kind of parent that loves what you do. And there have been plenty of them at RMS. Parents loved, well, for the most part, loved what I did because I showed great love and care to the kids, really kept them in the center of what we did. And they were great parents to have. Love them. Then there's the kind of parents that no matter what you do, they find fault with it and they argue about it. And I always tried, never dismiss them. I always tried to find out what is happening with that parent, what's going on with that parent or that family that I can really sort of unpack with them to help their child feel more successful and the parent feel more successful. And then there's Mirna. Here as a principal and as a Board of Ed member, here's what I really appreciate about Mirna. Mirna was the type of parent that would come to the school and asked to see me or asked to see a teacher, but I'll just talk about me, asked to see me. And she would be the kind of parent that would ask the hard questions in a respectful manner, but she would ask the hard questions. She would get at the heart of the matter of what the issues or concerns were, but not in a global way. It was really about a child, and sometimes not even about her own kids. Maybe something she saw. Never in a complaining way, but it just sort of bringing it to my attention as a principal and asking hard questions about it, and really willing to move forward with it. We didn't always agree on some items, but she was always willing to listen to what I had to say, my perspective of it, and I always tried to listen to what she had to say, her perspective of it. And those are the kind of parents that I really appreciated the most, because those are the kind of parents, as Mirna is, that made the school change. That made the school a better place. And so that's, if you take that and you put that on to New London, we love New London. I mean, let's have a round of applause.
Yeah.
I grew up in Bridgeport to immigrant Irish family, Irish parents, and so the city, the urban is in my soul, and we moved here from Brooklyn, Connecticut, which is not urban. Very white and lots of chickens and just nice places to hike. And again, not a bad place to live, but we needed to come here. And this is it's my favorite place to live, and I've lived in many places as a gypsy teacher around the world. But New London and Mirna are just such a beautiful match for each other. So I honor you as a friend and as a person who's going to continue to make New London a better place, because it deserves it. I always use that term, that tipping point. You probably, if you've heard that, Malcolm, somebody over there, just we're not there, we're sort of not there. I think Mary's one of those people with her heart and her willingness to ask the tough questions and really persevere with that. We're going to reach that tipping point, so thank you so much.